supposed to have nothing. You just were worse than a slave. Couldn't do anything about it.
Because they were afraid, you know, they would have been killed. We were numb.
Like zombies. We just did the work and we didn't have any thinking, feeling.
Nazis.
Without compassion, without any compassion.
I think they were all brainwashed, kind of. But even, how can you be brainwashed like that?
My name is Herman Polak. I'm born Romanian. The city is a town, Moise. I'm born November 3rd, 1925. My childhood in Romania was, I had 2 brothers and 2 sisters. We were 5 kids. I was the oldest, me and my little brother. And we were together till we came to Bergen-Belsen.
Well, I was 7 years younger than my husband, so I was born in '33. We lived in different towns in Germany. My mother was a Jewish one, and my father was Gentile, and he protected us. And I never knew that my mother was Jewish till after the war. My father always moved us because people came, you know, he had a good position, and they came to that company and they knew about my mother. So whenever somebody came, we had to move again. It was a big farm and away from my parents because they didn't want me to suffer something. And I stayed there, but I was very homesick. I remember, even though the people were very good to me. And they knew about me too, about my background. My parents, I'd rather stay with you in a little cabin than staying here in this big castle. The couple that lived there, that owned it, the husband was one of the guys that tried to assassinate Hitler. Then I went back to my parents because they couldn't stand me being so homesick. And we had only one room we had for the 3 of us. And we were there until the liberation.
Where you worked, if you worked outside, was dogs, 2 dogs usually, and they watched us. The dog was tremendous, I don't know. You couldn't even, if you didn't walk in line with the other person, like military, you know, walking. The dog came and barked at you. My neighbor has a German Shepherd here across the street, and I'm afraid to go close to him. I never was afraid for dogs or anything. The people beside you now, and within a half an hour, people died from starvation. A lot of people used to talk, and all of a sudden, they just died. we couldn't do anything about it. We slept together with Dad, whoever was, and then they stopped in a station and they took the dads out after a couple of days. I volunteered to work because you got some food.
But you never had a chance to give it to your brother, no?
No.
Because I took it away.
If I had something in my pocket or sometime we ate leather from the shoes. We burned it and it's charcoal. We ate the charcoal from the leather. We walked on transport and a bus was behind us. Whoever fell down in the street, they took him and they throw him in the truck. And if you in the truck, you die naturally. And I didn't want to go in the truck. I walked, forced myself to walk. My brother too.
And your father and sisters died in Auschwitz.
In Auschwitz.
Yeah. Yes.
Because they went in a different area. They separated them. We didn't know. We didn't find out.
After the war, no?
After the war, they're not here. We didn't hear anything from them. My brother, the youngest brother, died in Bergen-Belsen 8 days after the English liberated us. The barracks the same day, and he was dead. Nobody can cry. You could only feel bad, that's about all. There's nothing.
You were numb.
You're numb some way. After the war, they put us in a hospital. I was 75. No, was
80 pounds you weighed when he came out.
40.
And he came
40 kilo.
in a transport to Sweden. He couldn't walk, was so weak. And I met Herman when I was 18, right? 18. We went to a Jewish studies circle together. Yeah. Then I knew my mother was Jewish. My father always encouraged me to meet a nice Jewish man. And he wasn't Jewish, you know. He was very, very nice, and we fell in love. And that's it.
You ask, what is a Jewish man? A mensch, you know, they're mentioned in any any people.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be
Jewish. We got married and we had 3 children, and now we have 4 grandchildren. They're already old too. Traveled a lot until I broke my hip. So we went to Europe, to Romania even, and we went to Australia. My mother's brother, you know, I told you he survived and the sister survived. We went 3 times to Australia.
Very hard to talk about it.
Yeah.
I tried very hard
Not to talk.
not to talk about it.
Yeah, he didn't talk much about it.
Only
Tidbits,
at night, maybe. I was dreaming a lot of the time, and Edith woke me up.
Yeah, I had nightmares.
Nightmares. Not shame.
No.
compassion for my kids. They shouldn't be disturbed from my experience, I would say more.
He doesn't cry much.
This does stick up your life. I noticed.
Going nature, you know, hiking in the mountains. Yosemite. There's something when you come through the tunnel and then you see the view. I loved that. And Sequoia I really liked too.
Takes away half of the problem. Doesn't
Yeah,
take the
time.
whole problem.
No, you never forget it.
The time does
Heal.
heal.